How can you gather the best app concepts and ideas? Today we're looking at gathering SaaS product concepts from books. My name is Dale Richards. I'm a software product innovator in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I love building software that changes the world. For any industry or discipline, people are writing books. And in those books, they usually are describing problems and solutions. In some cases, they describe just problems. Business books are a great place to find ideas for new product concepts. So lately, I've been reading this book called Accelerate by Nicole Forsgren, PhD, Jess Humble, and Gene Kim. So this book is about DevOps and software development. And in this book, it goes into a lot of great research about what works to make not only software development an effective practice, but also to make the companies perform well on the market. Stepping back, just because I've picked a book about software development doesn't mean that you can't pick something about securities trading or fashion and apparel supply chain management. It doesn't really matter. Try not to get scared by the language that I'm going to be using as I'm exploring this book. Just follow the process of capturing the software ideas. Anyway, book's great. I'm about a third of the way through. And what I've been doing, as you can see, I have been highlighting some things and marking up the book itself. And usually what happens when I come across a great problem statement, basically an unsolved opportunity, I'll mark it and I'll star it. That way I don't have to stop my reading so that I can pause and write down my ideas. I can basically just kind of note it and then come back to it later. So I'm going to kind of thumb through here and find some previous markings that I made. Okay, I'm on page 53. This section is on test automation. So basically, the authors state, too many test suites are flaky and unreliable, producing false positives and negatives. It's worth investing ongoing effort into a suite that is reliable. Okay, so basically they're saying it's not like this problem is already solved. There's lots of opportunity for people to solve this issue of getting a testing suite that is reliable. So basically then we're going to go to our idea tracker here. Reliable test automation suite. So this is a set of tools for software teams practicing continuous delivery that provides reliable test results and helpful test data. Okay, let's go ahead and change up some formatting here a little bit. So I have my summary, a reliable test automation suite. Let's change that to test automation suite focused on reliable test results. Now, obviously, every other testing tool out there wants to have reliable test results. That's okay. And this concept doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You know, we're not going to take this to market tomorrow. All we really need is kind of a lead to where we can eventually take this concept. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take the concept and then we're going to start interacting with the potential end users for this concept to validate, is this really a legitimate problem or not? All right, the problem here, again, is that the automated test results can be flaky or unreliable. Software teams can't be confident in that their software is releasable. Software teams can't have confidence that their software can be released. All right, the user persona. This is a pretty specific persona. We're talking about software engineers and testers, ops, practicing continuous delivery in a DevOps context. All right, the source. Actually, I already kind of wrote the source in here. I'm going to copy this over. So the source is from this book, Forsgren's book with Kim and Humble, and that's on page 53. So I've got my first software concept captured in my tracking sheet. In the interest of time, we're going to go ahead and fast forward through this next section. Basically, I've captured another idea from another page on a set of tools for test data management. Developers don't always have access to good test data, and sometimes they're limited in the tests they can perform based upon the data that they have. So I don't even really know what this tool would look like, but I'm going to go ahead and capture the idea here anyway, and then explore it with some people that are actually working in this field. So even just from some daily reading, you can pick out multiple product ideas. You can really do this with any book. In fact, let's try something. I'll be right back. Okay, I pulled two random books off of my business shelf. One is One Upon Wall Street by Peter Lynch. The other is Rubles to Dollars by Dr. Alexander Elder. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken this book, One Upon Wall Street. I was just thumbing through it and I kind of glanced at this paragraph that started, the problem is, or the problem isn't. Anyway, and I thought, oh, what's in here? And I thought, oh, this is kind of a cool idea. But then I lost the page. So what I did is I went to Google Books and I looked up this book and I searched inside and it directed me back to page 81. The problem isn't that investors and their advisors are chronically stupid or unreceptive. It's that by the time the signal is received, the message may already have changed. So let's go to page 81 in the paperback version. The problem isn't that investors and their advisors are chronically stupid or unperceptive. It's that by the time the signal is received, the message may already have changed. When enough positive general financial news filters down so that the majority of investors feel truly confident in the short-term prospects, the economy is soon to get hammered. All right, so the problem here is that basically there is a time lag between when news about a company hits to when people actually hear the news about that company, and then they can make their trading decisions. Let's go ahead and just put this concept for an app in here. And maybe these apps already exist. That's okay. In a lot of cases, we're building on existing ideas or concepts if we're just improving them. So let's see. So the problem, again, is that there's a time lag between when news about a company hits and when investors receive that news to make trading decisions. So maybe the summary here is this is a securities news monitoring and push notification app. Investor gets a push notification the moment any of a certain number of events takes place. So basically, I'm walking along, I get a buzz on my phone, I look, I see that the quarterly report has just gone out, so I can go and I can read it right away, or I can kind of see what's going on. Now, again, maybe these features already exist, like in E-Trade or in any other kind of online trading tool, but maybe there's an opportunity to improve on something there. So the user persona, this could be investors / stockholders. It could also be traders, stockbrokers, 401k managers. Okay, something like that. The source, we're going to just quickly put in here. This is Lynch, Peter, One Up on Wall Street, published by Simon & Schuster, the 2000 edition, 81. Okay, so I haven't even read the whole book. I mean, I've just gone through and I've searched for the word problem. I've found specific references using Google Books. Then I have the paper copy. I've gone through and I've read some more context and gotten some more paragraphs around what's going on. I've identified the problem or opportunity statement. I've captured it in my tracker. So now I have those ideas ready to be validated or invalidated as I reach out and continue my research. Next time we're going to do something similar, only except for looking at books for concepts, we're going to look at periodicals like news sources, magazines, journals, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to capture those ideas in our tracker. If you haven't already done so, make sure you join the Facebook group, How to Build an MVP - Build Your SaaS. See you there and see you next time.